ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon and I here, and welcome back to another juicy episode of WWE News and Rumors. So, we have a lot to talk about today. I know I've taken a little bit of a break this past week, and I apologize about that. I've just been extremely busy, but I do have to say, November's looking to be a pretty good month for this channel, so don't go anywhere. Make sure you have the video notifications on. But with that being said, guys, let's go and jump into this episode. Okay, the first news story is actually going to be about Brock Lesnar. That's a name I haven't said in a while. So right now, I believe he is currently stuck inside of Canada. Because there's a travel ban where you can't cross, like the borders in most countries. So, yeah, he's basically stuck in Canada right now. So, Lesnar decided to do something just to kind of make his life easier. He's actually changed his look up, so maybe he won't be recognized so easily. But joke's on him, because this is all over the internet right now, Brock Lesnar's look, which is quite hilarious, I do have to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Brock Lesnar's brand new look. So, yeah, that's it. His brand new look is he has grown a beard. That's pretty much it, but he does look quite ridiculous, and yeah, that's Brock Lesnar's brand new look. So if you see him in public, that's what Brock Lesnar looks like right now, so go bother him. We know he hates it. Okay, the next news story, ladies and gentlemen, there's a brand new WWE video game being released, and no, it's not 2K21. They're completely, I don't know if they're done with 2K or what the deal is, but they just didn't release one this year. I don't know if they had to do with the pandemic or what they did there, but 2K21 is not happening. They did release a game like a few months ago, or I don't even know if it's even been a few months, but WWE Battlegrounds, it seems to be a pretty interesting game. I have yet to pick it up, but they're actually releasing another game now. This one is actually a mobile game I guess you can use on your phone or your iPad or something. So this one is actually called WWE Undefeated. Now, it seems to be pretty interesting, but you can never really trust the trailer or the teasers they release and stuff like that, because most of the time the trailers and all that stuff, they look nothing like the actual game's gonna look, and it doesn't really show you how it's gonna work. So it might just be like one of those little card games like Super Card. I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. But as of right now, WWE Undefeated. So hopefully it's a good game. If it's good, I'll play it here on the channel and show you guys what it's like. But hopefully it's free. It's for mobile like iPad and iPhone, and hopefully Android users can use it too. So I don't know. We will just have to wait and see what it's like. Okay, the next news story is about The Undertaker. So The Undertaker's 30th year anniversary inside of the WWE will be taking place actually this month at Survivor Series. So that will mark 30 freaking years since The Undertaker has debuted, has been inside of the WWE. I think that's really cool, and that's crazy. I was actually there for the 25th anniversary. 25 is always, the special, a special memorial year or whatever. And I was actually there at the actual show, Survivor Series. That was in Atlanta, Georgia, if I remember that correctly. It was Atlanta, Georgia. I have the chair actually right here, so I can look and I can cheat and tell you guys what it was. So, I was there. It was Survivor Series, November 22nd, 2015, in the Phillips Arena, and the sponsor was Rolaids. Rolaids? Yeah. So, that was the sponsor. So, I can tell you all of that because I could just cheat and look at the chair. But, yeah, this is the 30th, so it's been 5 years since then, which is hard to believe. But, Undertaker's actually supposed to be there. That's what WWE has actually announced. He's going to be there, and it's going to be his actual farewell. His farewell. So, he's not wrestling no more. As of now, that's what they're saying. I mean, you can never really trust it, but it's his farewell. This is Undertaker's goodbye, and it is happening at Survivor Series here in a few weeks for his 30th anniversary inside the WWE. He is not saying, thanks for 30 years. He's saying, I guess he is. He's saying, thanks for 30 years, but goodbye. I don't know, but, I mean, he's going to be around. I don't think he's just going to disappear, but he's saying farewell to wrestling or whatever. But I don't know. But Undertaker's farewell will be here in a few weeks at Survivor Series. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now is warning time with Brandon. I have to warn you about this. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news stories. And now, prepare yourselves, because we're going to be talking about some unconfirmed news stories, also called rumors, and we're going to jump into these juicy rumors. So here we go. The first rumor is about WWE signing AEW talent. Kind of. So it's like, if you heard that sentence, you're kind of scratching your head like, wait, how does that work? If they're already signed to AEW, they can't just go sign with WWE. It doesn't work that way. What are you talking about, Brandon? Let me explain. Just give me a chance here. So, AEW, they do a show called AEW Dark, and often on that program, well, most of the time on that program, they feature talent that is not yet signed to AEW, so they're kind of free agents to go wherever they want. AEW is just kind of giving them a stage to kind of show people what they can do. Well, apparently WWE has been reaching out to a lot of people who have appeared. Like, most of the people who appear, are indie wrestlers, or just kind of get their spotlight and like shown to a larger group of people. And the group of people is, I guess, some people from WWE who are like talent scouts and stuff. I don't know if anyone's going to sign with WWE. I would imagine that, yeah, I mean, if you're just an indie wrestler not signed to any company and then you hear from WWE, like, holy crap. And they're probably going to sign because they're on the show doesn't mean AEW is offering them a contract, but they're giving them a stage nonetheless. So WWE's reached out, so who knows what's going to happen. Some wrestlers you have seen on AEW Dark very well could show up in NXT within the next few months. Who knows? We will just have to wait and see. The next rumor just pisses me off. Let's just lead into it like that. So it's about The Fiend. So The Fiend is, as we all know, is WWE's biggest babyface. Does that sound right? I don't think that sounds right. Biggest babyface, I mean, I would used to say John Cena, but John Cena's kind of went poof because you can't see him anymore. Okay, I'm not gonna do the pun. I'm not gonna do the pun. Everyone saw that coming. You can't see him because you can't see me. Okay. Anyway, The Fiend is WWE's biggest babyface now. I guess that's the way they're kind of booking it. I mean, he's not a traditional babyface, and they get that, I guess. And this also goes for Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss and The Fiend are WWE's biggest men's wrestler and women's wrestler baby faces, I guess. Because there's just kind of that crazy gimmick that everyone loves. Like, it's not... I mean, if this gimmick was 20 years ago, like in the Attitude Era, he would be the biggest heel. He would be, like, killing everyone and just a monster and scaring kids and making kids cry and have nightmares and all this other stuff. But it's 2020 and people don't see it like that anymore. They get it. They're smarks, I guess, most of them now. And I really hate using that kind of terminology because it's just kind of got to the point where it's just kind of like used as like a bad remark or a bad name or something like that. But I mean, if you go to the definition, I mean, it's just true. People are smart to the business. They know what's going on. They know it's work. They know it's scripted and all kinds of things like that. So then when they see someone really working their butt off and coming up with an amazing gimmick like The Fiend, they're all for it and they're going to be giant fans and cheering him instead of booing him and being scared of him. So that, I guess, by definition, makes him a babyface. So they're the biggest babyface in the WWE right now, so I guess that's how they're going to be booking Alexa and Fiend. They kind of see him as Joker and Harley Quinn, and I guess Joker's kind of transformed. I remember when, like, Batman was first, like, I don't know why I'm talking about Batman instead of a wrestling news show right now, but it's a good comparison. So Batman, let's say, I don't know, in the 1960s. Now, this was a while ago. This was 50 freaking years ago. But, like, Joker was the ultimate evil. He was the worst person ever. Everyone hated Joker. They wanted Batman to get away and win. And then as time went on, it just more and more people seemed to be cheering for Joker instead of Batman. And they just kind of flipped. And that's just I think that's a good... it's a good comparison because it's not in the wrestling business, but the kind of same thing has happened. And it's kind of weird, but... that's what's happening at this point, and apparently that's how WWE see Fiend and Alexa Bliss. So we will have to wait and see where they go with booking them, but that's how they see them now. They are no longer this evil, scary, horrible heel, and just you need to be scared of him or whatever. That's not how they're booking him anymore. So we'll just have to wait and see where they go with them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and this will be the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'll be talking about inside of this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So, this one is about the WWE Thunderdome, kind of. So, the WWE Thunderdome, we all should know what it is by now if we've watched WWE in the past pretty much whole year. So, the Thunderdome is this virtual thing because fans can actually go to shows right now for the pandemic reasons, so they put their faces up on giant television screens, which is very cool, I have to say. And it's the best they could do with the current conditions. But the questions always remain ever since they started it. When's this ending? When can we actually go to shows? And I know WWE doesn't necessarily have the answer to that because that's more depending on, the CDC, I believe is the proper, maybe those are the wrong abbreviation letters. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But really, it's not up to WWE. It's up to more of the governments of the individual states to say when fans could come back. And as we may or may not know, Florida is now completely open and, they can have 20,000 people to show right now in Florida. Is it smart? No. Can they do it? Yes. But they probably won't do it. So, anyway, the whole Thunderdome thing, the contracts kept getting extended because it was supposed to end in November, and then they pushed it to December, and now it's looking like February before they're ending the Thunderdome. But they are going to have to move Thunderdome locations because this location they're using, the Amway Center in Orlando, the NBA has to have that arena, so they have to get the ring out of it. Like, they literally have to get the whole set out of it and find somewhere else to go. So I believe they're still trying to find another location. But anyway, they're going to be inside of a Thunderdome location until February. But There's a large pay-per-view coming up in January. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called the Royal Rumble. So the Royal Rumble, they're wanting actual fans to come to it. So the Thunderdome's going to keep up until February, but for that one night, for that one special event, they do want to have fans of some sort. I don't know if they're going all out 100% capacity, because they can do that in the state of Florida now, I guess. But I don't know if they're going to go 25% or 50%, but whatever it is, tickets are going to be impossible to find and get, and they're going to be very expensive. But if it's plausible, I would like to go to it, just like a lot of wrestling fans would. But Rumble will be exempt, and then the whole Thunderdome will be ending in February, and hopefully, if things go well, we will be going back to having live crowds every week after February. But we'll just have to wait and see where that goes with that. But Rumble's iffy, but they're wanting to do it, but we'll see where it goes with that. But as for WrestleMania, they 100% do want to have a crowd. And in the state of Florida, they're talking about, it's going to be in Raymond James Stadium to kind of make up for this past year. So it's possible to have 100% capacity and have 80 freaking thousand people or whatever Raymond James Stadium holds. I don't know if they're going to go that route, but if they don't, tickets are going to be even harder to get and more expensive. But we'll just have to wait and see. I just think the first two shows they're going to be coming back, the crowds are going to be insanely hard to get tickets for and insanely everything. But I believe if they do things safely, it could be pulled off correctly, because I've been to a few independent wrestling shows in the past few months, and they've been doing it right, and they're just, little indie shows. And, WWE, they could definitely pull something off on a bigger stage. They just have to have it set up properly. I don't know, though, guys, but I'm going to stop rambling, because I'm rambling at this point, but I'm excited to go back to shows. Hopefully you guys are, too. Let me know what you guys think of all these news and rumors down below in the comment section. I love reading your guys' comments. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll leave some links up on screen for those interested. A link to the previous video, also a link to subscribe to this channel if you're new here. But thanks for watching. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.